All right, BS Sports coming back for week 5 of college football. We're going to touch on some games last week. We had some doozies. We had some teams go down we didn't expect. We had some best bets to review, and then we're going to get into this week's slate. We've got a doozy for Saturday. Tell you what, we start with the Ryder Cup, which we talked about a little bit in the morning time, and then we're going to get right into some ranked games and some big ass games, including the Alabama Crimson Tide going to Athens to play the Georgia Bulldogs, and we are stoked.
Oh boy,
I don't give a piss.
what a week 5 we have in store. If you have your wife or girlfriend have told you have plans on Saturday, you better like fall down a flight of stairs or something to break your ankle or leg or something, so you can just sit on your couch all day, because we will definitely not be doing anything.
My entire Twitter feed is just memes on imagine going to a wedding this Saturday with the clip of like the 7 a.m. Ryder Cup and then the 11 o'clock football and some more Ryder Cup action in the afternoon. So,
Oh yeah, it is a degenerate's dream
Sure
on
is.
Saturday. So
sure is.
let's roll into it, Brandon. Let's talk a little week 4 first, but then let's get into the big week 5 for college football.
Yep, sure thing. So we'll talk the big games we had best bets on all last week. Went 1 and 2, not a solid week. Started out with Texas Tech Red Raiders. They came out and showed pretty well. Baron Morton got hurt, and I think it was at the end of the second quarter. I don't think he came out for the third. And we had a best bet of Texas Tech over 27.5. Funny enough, when I actually I didn't take this line early like I normally do with these. When I took it Saturday morning, it was 26.5. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm getting value. I'm getting a good number, but surely this isn't going to matter. And it mattered for the last like 3 minutes of the gameplay until Texas Tech got another garbage time touchdown. But they ran away with this game a little bit. I think it was like 10-3 at half. Texas Tech was up, and Morton was hurt. He got banged up like 3 times. I don't know if he had a concussion. He like got the wind knocked out of him once, but you're like, oh boy, we got 10 points at half. So there's a chance, but then Baron Morton's playing all banged up, and they get a late touchdown. They get it to 27. That's when I was texting you, and I was like, oh boy, I gave out 27.5, and I'm on 26.5. This is how it's going to finish. And
Yep, I had a very busy Saturday, so this was actually the only best bet of Brandon's that I took, and I was receiving, so I went 1-0, but I was receiving text messages from him that it was going to end 27 on the dot, and I was actually confused at first. I was like, wait, 27 doesn't really make much sense. Like, what are we talking about here? And he's like, well, I took 26.5. That's why I'm saying that. I was like, oh, so you took 26.5, but you gave out 27.5. So the line moved on everyone else.
It was gonna be a real test of character if I've chalked that as a win or a loss if that finished at 27. But it didn't matter because the Red Raiders pulled through, baby.
Yeah, what a game. I mean, this spread was they were underdogs in this game.
They were.
That's unbelievable.
We talked about it. That's where the big noon kickoff was.
Yeah.
For their game day. And interesting enough, they talked like both of these teams. That's the only good game they play all year long. So it was like you win this game, you're a shoo-in. Now Texas Tech jumped to 12 or 11, and I think Utah went unranked maybe.
Yep, Utah's unranked. Texas Tech is 12.
But they'll finish the season with 1 loss at this, and they'll be back in the top 2019 and probably sneak into the playoffs. So
yep.
Yeah, not a good showing for Utah. I think Texas Tech probably beat you with the air raid offense if you're going to lose to them, but Utah didn't sniff anything on offense, and that was why I didn't go with the spread on this. Just take Texas Tech with the points because I thought Utah would score, and I thought Texas Tech would score too, but didn't foresee this. But the Red Raiders got it done, baby.
Yeah,
chalk it up.
Undersmacked. So, I mean, to your point, both teams scoring 58.5 over you expected. So,
yep,
and it didn't hit by almost. Or 2 scores, 2 touchdowns. So 58.5. They put up 44. So,
yep,
yeah. Skin of our teeth. But hey, we'll take a win when we can get one.
We'll take any dubs at this point.
Absolutely.
The season record's got to improve.
So Texas Tech, no playoff team though. They have a chance, you think?
Texas Tech?
Yeah.
Oh, they're a shoo-in now. They play no one else. They probably go undefeated. They probably go into the playoff ranked top 10. They're going to get a first-round bye for winning the Big 12 there, right?
No more first-round buys.
No more first-round buys?
There's It's just the 4 top-ranked teams get first-round byes.
Got it.
So, last year was, like, the conference champions, and then
so they probably don't get that, but they'll be a shoe.
they'll be in,
They'll
okay.
probably have a round 1 home game.
Alright,
So
yeah, cool.
then 2:30 rolled around, and we took the Auburn Tigers and the Oklahoma Sooners to go over. I think we gave out 48.5 or maybe 49.5. And funny enough, this line moved against my original pick. It's been a trend lately. And either way, this game finished at 41, 24-17. Oklahoma won the ball game. Felt like there was a lot of points left on the board. We missed by about a touchdown, depending on what number you end up getting. But to be fair, the SEC came out and said that Oklahoma's, I think it was their first touchdown there in the second quarter, shouldn't have counted. So
should it not have counted?
Should not have counted. So there's a rule in college football where you cannot pretend to sub a guy out because so what happened? The wide receiver was walking to the sideline like he was getting subbed out, but they only had 10 in the huddle, so he was the 11th guy over there. But he never stepped out of bounds technically, but he for sure was like deacon, like he was like walking down with his head out like he got yanked. They snapped the ball. It's like at the 30, and there was no one near him. So free touchdown for Mateer and the Oklahoma Sooners to take the lead. And the announcers kept talking about it because they didn't really have a good camera angle that showed if he stepped out or not. And then they finally had one, but I guess the refs just didn't see it or whatever. But yeah, the SEC like made a statement on Sunday saying that touchdown should not have counted.
So because he was like faking it, you have to be in the huddle.
Yeah, but you can't do it like with the intent of faking out your opponent like a substitution.
That's insane.
It's some kind of just very judgmental call rule that Oklahoma got away with.
College is soft. That's the softest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
like, come on.
Just have your TV watching them. I mean, pay attention. Pay attention.
Figure it out.
Yeah, a bunch of college dweebs.
I mean, hey, I don't know. Get ready. Trying to get ready for the NFL. You got to figure it out, man.
This game got close because Auburn. Well, so we tweeted a same game parlay that actually I liked. It looked really good, but unfortunately, we had Mr. Jackson Arnold's rushing yards in there, and Oklahoma set a school record for sacks in a game of 10. So I think he had like negative 900 rushing yards because college has a dumb rule. But either way, I didn't think that they would get after him like that. And I thought Jackson would still probably run for 100 positive.
He had 21 rush attempts for minus 11 yards.
Yep.
That is unbelievable.
And 10 of those are sacks. So give me 3 sacks and 11 actual rushes. That hits all day long.
Oh, my God.
But I don't think Deion Burks got his line that we tweeted out. So I don't think it mattered anyways. But either way, there was a lot of points left on the board for this game. I mean, Auburn was getting in trouble. They had a horrible call on Cam Coleman, probably the worst non-PI call you'll ever see in your life. On a third down, they took a shot. He would have caught the ball. He would have been down at probably the 2, but then Auburn scores a touchdown there. Now you're looking at a 24-24 game going to overtime, and we hit with ease. So a lot of points left on the board. Mateer didn't look as good as what I thought he would do.
Well, you know why?
And you told me about the reports that came out today.
Yep, reports came out today that Mateer apparently has a thumb injury on his throwing hand that requires surgery, so he's out like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, and everyone say he's just ducking the Texas game now for his draft stock.
Well, I think he said, didn't I say that he's coming back for the Texas game? I think the reports are, when do they play Texas?
I think they're just a couple weeks away. I think they're too far away from that.
Oh, yeah, it's 2 weeks out. So it's not this. Well, no. They have a bye this week.
By Kent State and Texas.
Yeah, Kent State. So 3 weeks out. So he could potentially be in. They said, I believe Oklahoma has said that he should be ready for the Texas game. But I don't know. Don't hold me to that. I'm not sure. I think that's just what I saw on Twitter. And that's where I saw the report. So
yeah, we'll see if he suits up.
I don't know. But he came back in the game, apparently. He didn't.
No.
He finished the game,
that's
didn't he?
why when you said that and those articles came out, I was surprised because like it didn't look like he really got banged up by any means. I mean,
I think it was some type of ligament or something in his thumb. And on your thumb throwing hand, that's tough. So
yeah, it had to have been. I mean, he ran 10 times, only 1 sack, had a rushing touchdown, 29 yards. Threw for 271 and 1 touchdown, no picks.
Was it going to be Heisman? If he misses one game, if he misses a Kent State game, can he still win Heisman?
Doesn't affect his Heisman.
All right.
Not at all.
So as long as he's back for the Texas game.
Yep.
All right.
For sure. So, yeah.
I wonder how his odds are. I haven't looked since I texted you the report, but
yeah.
I wonder what they went. They probably plummeted just because simply nobody knows how long he's going to be out. So
yeah. Yep, it could be a good time if you think he's really going to come back for the Texas game. They win, then all of a sudden you're probably getting value at what 12-1 or so.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No reason for him to jump to 8-12 other than he might be missing time.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't have the stats that some of those guys have at the end of the season.
Yep, absolutely.
So yeah, brutal beat. Left a lot of points on the board. It was a pretty good game to watch for the most part. Nothing crazy really happened, I guess. Auburn's offense didn't look great. They took a couple shots to Cam Coleman, and Cam Coleman is an animal. I know he was in that lay that I put out. I think his line was like 51 yards, and he had like 4 catches for 80 and a touchdown in the first half. So it was I would look to him in some of these big games where Auburn's kind of a pick 'em or within like a less than a touchdown. I think he's gonna get fed. He's a monster. So love me some Cam Coleman. And then our third and final bet that lost, we took the Illinois Fighting Illini plus 4.5. The line closed at 7. So over 3 and getting value in these lines, they lost by 53 points. I was all over Sam Altmaier. Sam Altmaier. I keep saying that. Luke Altmaier and this Illinois offense and the pass game they have. And a lot of it, too, is we talked last week, was Indiana hasn't really played anybody. But Illinois they just didn't come to play. I don't know if I tweeted, I think I made a tweeted out Altmaier's passing line. It was only like 211. And I put the biggest bet I put in a single straight bet this season on his passing yards. He had like 138 at halftime, and they were chasing 2 or 3 scores. So I'm like, oh, this is a guaranteed winner. He had like 6 passing yards in the second half, and they didn't even yank him. So I didn't watch the game. I don't know what the hell happened. I guess he got yanked in like the last drive because some kid named Hampton came in, but he finished 14 for 22, 146 and a touchdown, and he had 138 at half.
Yeah,
They just rolled over and died.
Yeah, I didn't watch this game either. This was Saturday. Yeah, this was Saturday night. I would be interested to see. I would honestly be interested to go back and watch like tape on this game and see like what the hell happened, because the game that we watched them play Duke, like, I mean, they didn't look like anything crazy or anything, but like once that second half came in the Duke game, I mean, they just kind of took off.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, the air raid offense like that they have, like they showed it in that game. So like I don't know if is Indiana just legit,
Yeah,
or was it just like their own fault? So I don't know. I'd be curious to go back and watch a tape on that game and see. But
yeah, I don't want to watch shit in that game. I just want to move on with my fucking life. So, well, yeah, but to the point of Indiana, like maybe they are legit. I think they went up to like 10.
I mean, beating them by 53 points, you kind of have to think they are, right?
Yeah, but they play at Oregon in 2 weeks, so that'll be the test for the Indiana Hoosiers. Are they legit, or are they just get lucky?
Did Illinois stay ranked? I'm seeing 23.
I think
they stay ranked.
I think so.
How do you lose by 53 points and then you stay ranked?
That's a great question.
That's insane.
That's a great question, my friend.
Who's voting on these ranked teams?
I don't know, but it was.
What is this committee doing?
But it was
anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, that was our best bets. We won and 2 in the week. Couple brutal beats. I mean, I tweeted out quite a few plays on Saturday, and I don't think a single one hit. Other than the Red Raiders over. We had some brutal beats. We had a 3-legger. I had to go back to the Twitter and look at what the other 2 were that hit, but they hit easy. And last leg, it was a 300 plus 300 bet. It was what's his name in Syracuse? Quarterback for Syracuse. Find him somewhere. Played Clemson, which they beat Clemson because Dabo's back on his little bender of, look at all the trophies I got. They want to fire me. I'll be fine. I'm 55.
Stephen
Jelly.
Jelly.
Stephen Jelly.
Jelly.
We needed 252 passing yards from Mr. Steve. He had 181 at halftime. And I believe the first play or the first drive of the third quarter, where's it at? Syracuse.
Yep, you said 72 yards.
First place, catch made by Jay Cook for 59 yards. Took him to 244, which is what he ended with, and we did 252. Blows out his ACL, just scrambling. No one in sight. Just rolls out right, trying to pick up first down, and poof, there it goes. See ya.
Like Austin Eckler.
Yeah, it was like James Conner. It was this guy.
Oh, did that happen to James Conner too? I didn't see
Well,
the actual play, but
I mean, he had someone rolled up on him, but like just a bad beat of someone, an injury like that, it's sickening. Had that bet hit, honestly, it wouldn't have been that bad of a weekend for me. I'd have been down a little bit, but not as bad as I was. There are other things to point at and look at, but yeah, that was an ugly one. I mean, it was a shoe in. I was tweeting out, "Oh, nice hit, guys! We finally got one on the board," and it's never over until it's over. So,
yep.
Lesson learned there.
And that has been honestly like the I don't know. Maybe it's the Twitter curse that maybe it's the first week of tweeting.
I'm going back to not tweeting this week, so because I need to build the bankroll.
No, you got to tweet, dude. You got to give the people the bets. You got to see because honestly, guys, through the first couple weeks of the college football season, Brandon was hitting at an unbelievable clip.
It was
these
insane.
Props.
It was. We were due to.
So yeah, maybe a little. Yeah, it was a little regression, I guess. So, yeah, cold bad beats. I don't know. If Brendan just wouldn't go all in on every bet that he places, maybe a little unit. What's the word? Fuck, I don't know.
I feel like I did bet responsibly. I just didn't hit anything. You said I bet too much in certain games. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you just you get a little crazy,
Well, the account was loaded. I was doing so good.
Yeah, you get a little crazy.
And then I went like a total of like 1-9 on the weekend.
Everything's going good and can't take a turn for the worse, but here we are.
Yeah. What did 50 Cent say? Get rich or die trying.
All right, fair point. All right. Now about week 4. Let's move on.
Hell of a slate this week.
Oh, unbelievable.
Might be too many games to talk about. Honestly, I don't think we got time. I got to get home. I got kids to put to bed. And
they're in bed.
Bets to make. Our listeners.
Pouring on rain.
It's true.
All right, where do you want to start? A absolute loaded slate from top to bottom on Saturday. I mean, not a golf podcast, at least this one, but
yeah,
you got Ryder Cup at 7:30 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Yeah, you got a couple of the 11 o'clock games. You got USC Illinois, still a ranked game, right? USC's in the picture. Illinois should have probably dropped out after getting just their asses handed to them.
You sure you want to talk about your Illini?
No, I don't. And then I'm just talking about 11 o'clock potential games. And you got Notre Dame, Arkansas. And Arkansas just lost to the Memphis Tigers, who we love. We've been on them already. Should have been on their team total again, but
should have. That was a 7.5 point spread too.
It was. But I think we start. Let's go start at the 2:30 slate. LSU at Ole Miss.
Yeah, absolutely. What a huge SEC matchup.
And I'm seeing Ole Miss by 2.5 with a total of 55.5 right now.
Yep. I mean, there's a couple of these big SEC games this week. I mean, this is really where we get into.
Oh yeah, we're getting into it. We're gonna have a few of these every weekend. But
was it Ole Miss minus 2.5?
Yep, they're the favorite at home.
Okay. Which I now see 1.5.
Which I don't disagree with because like my thing on LSU all year has been like they haven't beat anybody because like the Clemson loss Clemson loss. The Clemson win looks like who cares? It's like the USF Bulls.
Well, yeah, literally. Now, especially with Clemson just losing to whoever the hell they just lost to.
Syracuse with their quarterback missing for an entire quarter and a half.
That Tennessee Syracuse win looks a hell of a lot better now.
Sure. Whatever you say.
Well, I had to throw in the Vols this week because we won't touch on them. They play some nobody. But
yep. So this will be Nussmeier and LSU's first test. So we'll see if they're legit or if they're fraudulent. Which I have.
There's a lot of early money on the LSU money line right now. 94% of the money is on LSU. So,
I mean, if you get
people counting on them on the road.
Was it over? What did I say? 2.5 or 3.5?
It's 2.5. You have 2.5. The line now is actually 1.5.
Yeah, that's just on ESPN scoreboard. So, not sure where they get their data from, but I'm sure it's all over the place there. But right off the jump, the 55.5 looks like a short total. And I think the headline of this game, too, is Lane Kiffin tweeting, take the over, because what's her name? Landry Kiffin, his daughter.
Yeah, what a weird name.
Lane and Landry.
Yeah, that. Like, Landry's fine if your name wasn't Lane.
That'd be like me naming my daughter Brenda. Brandon and Brenda.
Can you imagine naming your daughter Brenda? Sorry for any Brendas out there.
But I guess she's dating... What's his name?
Weeks. I don't know his first name. It's one of the Weeks brothers.
LSU
linebacker
from the the Netflix show, right? Wasn't he featured for LSU?
Yes. Yep.
So I don't know. Lane Kiffin's to take the
First
over.
form athletes.
First, is that what they are?
Oh yeah, they just signed with first form.
Oh, good for them. Might be the next Livy Dunn, Paul Skeens. Who knows? Who's big from Ole Miss in a league right now?
In what
Like in anything, in any DK Metcalf?
Ole Miss?
Yeah, is he big enough? He was Ole Miss
Jackson
guy.
Dart.
God, ain't that big yet. Come on, bro.
Huge. Let's get the start.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But maybe they're the next power couple, whatever. I'm thinking of Skeens and Livy Dunn.
So you're saying just hammer the over, or you not like the over?
No, I
Contrarian pick with the under?
No, I do like the over because Ole Miss can score. They've got a solid run game. I don't know how that pronounces. Is it Chambliss or Shambliss? However the hell they pronounce his name. He's throwing at a crazy rate right now. I mean, they haven't. Who's Ole Miss played? Who's their best win right now?
Kentucky.
They played. Yeah, Kentucky. Was it 2 weeks?
They played Arkansas and Kentucky, so they have 2 SEC wins.
Damn, they're already 2-0.
Yeah, somehow. I don't know how the hell they played 2 SEC games, but
yeah, it was Arkansas I was thinking of. So I mean, yeah, they can sling it. They can score.
They were 3.5 point favorites to Arkansas week 2. We didn't touch on that game, obviously, but
I remember that total being like
that was week 3. Sorry,
total's like 64.5, wasn't it?
60, and it hit the over.
Yeah, they probably scored 95 points. Yep, I don't know. I like the over. I think I lean Ole Miss in this game because I have my skepticisms with LSU and what that team is this year.
You think?
And I think
so. You're going to go against the public right now.
I would.
Public's all over LSU
because Lane Kiffin's got nothing to lose in this game. Brian Kelly's got a lot to lose.
That's a good point.
Every game just is getting hotter for Brian Kelly. I mean, if he keeps winning, the heat will turn down a bit, but they've got a tough schedule. They've
oh yeah.
We talked about it already. This is their first real test. So I'd lean Ole Miss just because I think they can sling it with the LSU, and I think LSU has shown a couple times, like against Clemson, that they struggle to move the ball at times.
Yeah, you're right. Honestly,
and Oxford. I mean, home SEC games they matter.
True, they do. Yeah, they do. I mean, and LSU only put up 20 against Florida. So, and I mean, the Rebels have put up 63, 30, 41, 45. So they're putting up points. So I like it.
Yep.
-1.5.
Yep. I would. Yeah, I'd probably just take them on the money line at that point, honestly. But
you got a best bet in the game? BC's best 3?
That is not. I do not have a best bet in this game.
Okay.
I do not.
All right. Yeah, I think it's been a trend now to stay away from some of the big games, maybe. Although I think one of them, might be going to the Crimson Tide.
Oh yeah, we may have there. Stay tuned.
No, I don't know. I think if this is a game where if LSU puts up points, I think they're going to be able to hang and stay with Ole Miss. But Ole Miss has just been scoring, and I mean it's on these either lower SEC schools or I mean just nobodies. They played Georgia State and Tulane, so
yeah.
I don't know, and LSU they just haven't been scoring.
Yeah, the knock on LSU, I guess, is the Clemson game. If anything, what was it? 17-10 was the final. It was something pretty low scoring, and obviously Clemson looks terrible now, so it doesn't look like that great of a win. But that was a road game for LSU, I believe, right?
Yep.
Road game. So they have another road game here, but they're playing a team that's probably going to put up into the 30s. Maybe some team total looks might not be a bad play here either. This is going to be a good same game parlay.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I think it might be a same game parlay.
I mean, I'd probably hammer Nussmeier and Shambliss passing touchdowns, maybe yards.
Don't say anything about Nussmeier touchdowns ever again.
I know, but I'm telling you, bad beats happen.
Brutal. Yeah, you know all about them.
It'll be a fun game at 2:30. I don't know if that's the game to watch.
For sure.
Actually, it's got to be right.
Yeah, I mean, you got Auburn, Texas A&M. I don't know if you want to chat about them as well.
Sure, not Ohio State, Washington. That's not what you want to watch.
I don't know why is it split 6.5? I mean,
people are hyping that game up.
Or no, it's 8.5 now
for A&M Auburn.
No, Ohio State game. Spreads up to 8.5.
That is another good question.
I mean, we don't have to talk too much on them. I don't know. I mean, that just seems like a weird line.
I think
what the fuck is Washington done?
I think that's a great spot to take some Julian Sayin props, some passing touchdowns, passing yards. I'm sure. What's his name?
Yeah, you can build a little same game parlay or a little just
prop
parlay for
we will have
games.
We'll have a few of these. We'll probably have one just for the 2:30 slate itself, one for the late slate as well. So stay tuned. But I think you were hinting at A&M Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn A&M. You want to go there?
You still seeing 6.5 for A&M?
Yep, 6.5. 52.5 is the over under.
This is a
A&M at home.
52.5. This is a tough one because I feel like Auburn might be motivated after that loss to Oklahoma, but I like this Texas A&M team a lot. I like Marcel Reed a ton, and I also like Mario Craver. I texted you his game log the other day. This guy gone for 207 and a touchdown, 114 and a touchdown, 122 and 2 touchdowns in 3 games so far for Texas A&M. He is a sophomore, I believe. I think this is his first year where he's really playing and getting some good playing time.
Okay.
I love me a receiver that just dominates a game. And this guy is, I mean, UTSA and Utah State were 2 of the wins, but the 207 and a touchdown game was against Notre Dame. I mean, that's a legit team, a legit defense. So
they put a 42 against them.
They did.
Insane. Or no, they put up 41.
41-40, they won that game. Yep, we talked about that when it should have been a best bet that week. I went 0-3, and
yeah,
I did not for some reason.
Did they have a bye last week? Yeah, they had a bye.
Probably, yeah. They've only played 3 games. So, yeah, they would have had a bye. Same with, like, Bama and Georgia.
Sure.
Both had byes.
That's crazy. I don't know.
Before they get to play. And A&M's at home, so.
Give me the Aggies minus 6.5, dude.
Yeah, College Station's not an easy place to play either. I mean, it's not a night game, but it's loud. Auburn's, after dropping that Oklahoma game, they might have a little bit of doubts in their minds of what they are and who they can be. So,
give me the Aggies.
And A&M's got ranked 9, 3-0. They ain't losing this ball game.
I think this might be maybe call it a Steven college football best bet. Give me the Aggies minus 6.5.
This is gonna be another bet where we're gonna talk about this next week and say, why didn't we take the Aggies? Because they kicked the shit out of
I'm taking the Aggies. I'm taking the Aggies minus 6.5. I might place the bet tonight.
All right, you take the Aggies.
Give me the Aggies. At home against an Auburn team. Fuck them.
Yep. And then nighttime rolls around, and we have
huge games.
A Big Ten game, a top 6 matchup. 6 versus 3. Oregon goes to Penn State. Heck of a game here. A couple undefeated teams. This is, if you're making pre-bets or you're making bets for the year, who's going to win the Big Ten? You probably got Ohio State is locked in as for sure going to be in the dance, and it's one of these 2 teams. And it's probably whoever wins this ball game, to be honest with you. I'm seeing Penn State as a 3.5-point favorite. I think I'd lean Penn State right now because I still don't know what what's his name? Dante Washington? No, not Washington. That's stupid. The Oregon quarterback, Dylan Gabriel's replacement. So I'm getting after. Oh my gosh.
Take a gander. I don't know, but Penn State has never been able to win the big game.
Dante Moore, my God.
Who's their head coach? Franklin? Penn State's?
Yeah, James Franklin, right?
I believe so. Never been able to win the big game, so.
Yeah, then you got Dan Lanning still at Oregon, former Alabama, Nick Saban disciple.
Another one?
He sure is.
They're everywhere.
Yep. Yeah, Oregon hasn't really been tested yet, so you don't know. And that's why I kind of shy away from a bit. But they love this Dante Moore guy in Oregon, so we'll see. First time playing a real defense. Penn State's got obviously
Aller.
Yeah, Drew Aller, Nick Singleton still right. They still have both running backs, Singleton and no, they lost.
Looks like Singleton and Allen.
Yeah, I can't remember if he was there last year or not.
Oh, yeah. Patron Allen.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's right. So, but Penn State, at the same time, they haven't been tested either. They played FIU, Nevada, and Villanova. I mean, those are just rollover games. But Penn State, a lot of people like them. They've been 2 all year long. Are they? I guess they dropped to 3 now.
Yeah, they were 2. Who jumped? Georgia?
Either Georgia or Miami, right?
Oh,
Probably.
maybe Miami jumped there.
Yeah, Georgia's
After
5.
the Florida win.
Georgia's 5, so it's got to be Miami. But I don't know. It's the first real game for both these teams, so we'll see who's legit and who's not. I think Penn State might have the better overall team, better defense, but Oregon, even losing Dylan Gabriel and having Dante Moore, they still feel like a team that can go put up 50 any weekend because he can throw for 300, 404 touchdowns. So
yeah, for sure. Over 51.5. A lot of money on the over. A lot of the bets on the under, apparently, though.
It seems like a low total, so I can see why the money's in the over. But this is a game that Penn State wants to run the ball with their 3-headed monster between Allen, and Singleton. So Penn State gets up, they're gonna keep that Oregon offense off the field. So that's what'll happen in this game.
Give me the Lions at home.
But at 51 and a spread of 3, Oregon's team total is probably looking like 21, 22.
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't mind that.
Yeah. You're probably looking at
you're just putting a lot of stock in Dante Moore and that kind of newer offense. Are they legit? So, but we'll see.
Who do you like in the game? You like Penn State?
Yeah, I'd take Penn State if I was going to bet straight or on one side or the other on the spread. So
yeah, I think give me Penn State as well.
But we won't be watching that game, will we?
Well, we'll be flipping, but
maybe.
Oh, we're going to be flipping
because we will be watching the game in where College Game Day is, right?
No,
we're
not there.
What?
They're in Penn State.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. That was a big deal.
Okay, maybe we'll watch the Penn State game because Pat McAfee says so.
I think we'll be flipping.
Anyways, we're gonna go to the Athens where
you got a TV. Maybe we'll bring a TV up.
True, we could figure something out. Where the Georgia Bulldogs host my Alabama Crimson Tide.
Dandy. Have they ever played this early in the season before? I feel like this is early.
They did last year. Okay. It was the same last year. Because they don't play. Alabama and Georgia haven't played each other in the regular season in quite a while. Like it's been like 5 or 6 years. But that's also the CFP era where you only had 4 teams getting in, so they didn't want them 2 playing each other because one's guaranteed a loss, right? If they play, but they do their home and home because they played in Tuscaloosa. It's always like this because Georgia plays Tennessee in their first conference game, and then this was Alabama's first conference game last year. So similar setting this year, except for Alabama travels to Athens. Only a 3-point underdog, and the total is 52.5 right now.
Yep. I'm seeing all that. I see a couple 2.5s at places. But yeah.
Which tells me if this is the SEC championship game and they play in the Mercedes-Benz Dome in a couple months, assuming they didn't play already, which obviously they're playing now or playing this weekend, it's a pick'em. It doesn't feel like a pick'em to me. It feels like Bama should be a little more of a dog in this spot. But what this is telling me is that people think Florida State's legit. Florida State's been rolling teams, and because after week 1, we're talking like, oh, Bama's cooked, they're done, get rid of DeBoer, and all of a sudden, Bama plays 2 good games in a row where they kind of look like Alabama playing subpar teams, and Florida State's rolling everyone, and everyone's like, holy shit, maybe the Seminoles are legit.
Yeah, no, honestly, yeah. I mean, they've won every game besides the Bama game, they won every game by 45 plus. So.
Oh yeah, putting up 70 twice, I think.
So no, I mean, that's probably the case, you would think, right? I mean,
yeah. Yep, some interesting storylines here. You got Georgia hasn't lost in
33 games, I think.
33. Oh,
magic. I think it was 33 at home.
Magic 33.
I believe it might be.
We love 33.
It may be a game or 2 off or something, but I think it was 33.
Yep. So 33 games, haven't lost at home, and they run into their kryptonite, the Alabama Crimson Tide. In their last 10 matchups, Alabama's won 9 of them. You got
Have they really?
Yeah, they have. Oh. And the only game they lost was the Natty. And that was the game that Jameson Williams blew his ACL first drive, and Mechie blew his ACL in the SEC championship game against Georgia when they beat him. So I stand by that. Bama wins that Natty if those 2 are playing.
No Mechie, no Jamo.
No Mechie, no Jamo. That hurt. But So you got Kalen DeBoer has been a little bit on the hot seat. It's kind of cooled down a bit, but this is going to be telling what Kalen DeBoer and this Alabama. I don't know. I don't want to call it a dynasty, but call it like the inheritance from Nick Saban is. What are they right now? Because he's like 4-4 against or 6-4 against unranked opponents now at this point in his career. But he's 3-0 when he coaches anyone named Steve Sarkisian, Dan Lanning, or Kirby Smart, which is incredible.
Oh, that is kind of crazy.
Can't beat the Florida States of the world and the Vanderbilts or whoever, but you play Kirby Smart, Georgia teams, and Sarkisian and the Texas Longhorns. Now, two of those were at Washington, right, with Oregon and Texas is who they beat. But last year, not a lot of expectations, and Georgia was kind of still the top dog, and they still kind of are in the SEC, and Bama took them down. I mean, they actually were blowing them out of the water till Georgia came back, and eventually Ryan Williams catches that insane touchdown pass at the end of the game. But
oh yeah, I remember. Yep.
So
no, a dandy on Saturday night. I mean, Georgia, this defense hasn't looked like the original, the year-over-year Georgia defense that they've had in past years. Like, it doesn't look like the Kirby Smart defense.
Right.
That is like their bread and butter, basically. And you saw that in the Tennessee game. I think if Simpson, right?
Yep.
Mr. Guy
Simpson.
I think if he can put up points, and this Alabama offense can put up points in this game, I think they have, just like Tennessee, I think they have a very, very good chance at winning. I mean,
yep, I would agree.
And they've kind of showed that over the past. I mean, Florida State was but a bit iffy. Their offense looked kind of sluggish, especially out of the gate. But over the past couple of weeks, and again, nobody's, but that's what you got to do, like to figure out what the hell's going on. And
for sure. I think what worries me as an Alabama fan in this game is the run game for Alabama, because Georgia's still got a pretty stout run defense.
Mr. Jam's back, right?
But I say Jay Miller should be back.
Or Jay? Is it Jam or Jay?
Jam.
Jam.
I think Jamarian is his name, but Jam. I mean, Jam's a perfect name for a running back, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they've actually, as good as they looked the last couple of weeks, they still have struggled to run the ball a little bit. They're still, I mean, it's by committee. They've got a whole bunch of young guys that they're trying to filter in to get playing time, see who might be like the solid backup when Jay Miller's back 100% healthy. But not being able to run the ball in an SEC in like the trenches, like games like this, is not good, because you can't just sit back and hope Bernard, Williams, and Horton are getting open, because then the Georgia defense just pins their earbacks and eventually sends pressure, and then bam, and you got nothing going for you. You can't get into a flow.
Yep. So this is over under 52.5. This is 2 points higher than the Tennessee Georgia over, which was 50.5.
It was.
And I don't know why that would be. Do you think this Alabama offense is more explosive than Tennessee's? Because if the answer is yes, I guess this total makes sense. But I would probably argue no.
I think they're meshing, and I think this passing game is starting to figure it out. I mean, Ty Simpson was one pass away in that Wisconsin game from breaking the all-time, I think it was the NCAA record for consecutive passes, because who'd they play, Louisiana Monroe or whoever?
Mm-hmm.
He went 15 for 15 for however many yards, and he started the next game against Wisconsin like 8 for 8, and finally threw an incompletion. It was something crazy. So playing subpar defenses for sure. I mean, you can't argue that, but I think they're starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. I think with Ryan Grubb and Kalen back together, they're starting to figure out what they want this offense to be like. And Georgia showed that they're vulnerable against the pass game. Chris Brazzell, I mean, one man showed them. I mean, Ryan Williams can do that too at any given Saturday. I don't even call it Sunday yet. I think Alabama's a lot deeper at the receiver core than teams give them credit, and especially than what Tennessee is. So
yeah, and so I say that to kind of lead you in here to your
one of my best bets.
To one of your best bets. And I think, I mean, honestly, if Georgia Tennessee can go in Knoxville, can go over 50.5, how they did, I don't see any reason why this game under the lights can't go over that 52.5 point spread. So
Yep. That's best bet
take
number
it away.
one. So we'll just rattle it off. Alabama, Georgia over 52.5 points for everything we just hit on, right? I think Gunnar Stockton showed he can elevate his game when needed, because they were chasing 15 points against Tennessee, 16 points.
Yep. Down 2 scores with I think 8 or 9 minutes to go in
he
the
was
game.
slinging the ball. He can run it a little bit. Alabama historically struggles against running quarterbacks. Not that Stockton's a running quarterback, but he's capable of running the rock for sure. I think Georgia's going to get their points, but at the same time, I think Alabama's, even if they're chasing or trailing, like, I don't know, call it like 31-21, 31-24, like, they're going to be able to move the ball in this Georgia defense. I think through the air for sure. Ryan Williams kind of, I mean, he's only in year 2. He's only 18 now, but I mean, this was Hollywood Williams last year. I mean, God, he had 3 highlight reel catches in this game alone, and I think he's going to do it again. So I fully expect him to have a big day. I think Ty Simpson has a big day. I think Gunnar Stockton has a pretty big day too, and I just see a lot of points in this game.
Yeah. All right. Over 52.5.
So
love it. Back to the well with some overs of big games. I love it.
We don't take unders around here.
But I mean, no. I mean, like, I just don't see how these two big schools don't come out just like Tennessee and Georgia did, and it's a shootout. You know, it's down to the wire.
Right.
Georgia obviously just proved that they can come back if they're down, and
yep.
I mean, and maybe Bama hasn't proved that yet, but I guess we'll see. I mean, Georgia, I don't know. Give me points.
Yep, Georgia once got to a lead, and I think there's a good chance that they do, but I think Alabama will keep up with them for sure. If Alabama gets out to an early, that might be a different story where they're trying to maybe Jam Miller looks okay and is moving the rock a little bit and clock chews out, but I don't foresee that happening. I think it's more of a Bama chasing Georgia a bit and maybe nips them at the end.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. Kind of opposite. Georgia's in the Tennessee role of a couple weeks ago, and Bama's the Georgia.
Yep, sure. I can see it.
Alrighty.
All right, and then best bet number 2 this week. Just getting to the best bets. Talked on them a little bit ago, just talking about the Bama ranking and where they're at and why they're there. I'm going to take Florida State Seminoles here, -7. They're only a touchdown favorite against Virginia, playing at Virginia here. I almost call them the Commonwealth.
They're the Commonwealth?
The hell's Virginia's school name?
The Cavaliers.
Cavaliers, Commonwealth. What the? Thinking Commodores for some reason. I think Florida State might be legit. I mean, they're scoring points at an astronomical rate. Virginia's scoring quite a bit as well. I mean, they've put up 48, 55, 35, 48. They've really played nobody so far. But I think this Alabama offense is fine, which tells me Florida State holding into 17, they're going to be able to hold Virginia to 17, 21 or so or less. But Florida State's going to get into the 30s probably. So I like the Seminoles -7 in this game.
Alrighty. Yeah, people are hammering the over in that game.
58.5.
Yep. Apparently, a big percent of the money's on the over, it looks like. Granted, we're recording this on Tuesday night. So who knows how this is going to end up. But 15.5, apparently a lot of money's on the over. So
what worries me about that is Florida State wins this game 31-10. And the over's nowhere near. And,
for sure. Nope, for sure. I think Florida State gets theirs. Wow, they're ranked 8th. That's unbelievable.
Florida State.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think people are buying into them. You know, we talked about the whole NIL thing. Like, you could flip a program around like that, and they're showing they're
pretty short spread for a Virginia team. I guess.
Example A.
They lost to North Carolina State Wolfpack.
The Wolfpack.
What was that, Elite 8 team a couple years ago?
Were they?
I believe so. All right. Best bet 3. Got it?
Bet 3. Yep. Last bet here. Let's go to Lawrence, Kansas, where kind of have a basketball matchup in Kansas and Cincinnati. I guess the Bearcats are an okay basketball school. They're not nothing to write home about. But give me the Kansas Jayhawks laying 4.5 here at home. We talked about it with when we ran into Mizzou, Kansas that week, but something about Kansas playing at home, they just seem like they're a different breed of animal. I fully believe that Kansas plays Missouri at home that game. They win that ball game. Outside of the Mizzou game, I mean, they've been blowing teams out. They've played West Virginia, who's they're a respectable school, right? It was a 12.5 spread, blew them out. And then they play Wagner and Fresno State, who are nobodies. But Kansas is going to score 30, 40 points in this game, and I don't see Cincinnati putting that up. Cincinnati's played really nobody either, but they do have a loss. They played Nebraska was their loss early in the season. So that just tells me that they just ain't it. So only 4.5 here for Kansas. As long as it stays under a touchdown, I'm hammering that line.
Yeah, this line's actually, I see some spots moving to 5.5, so you might have got some good. It's a good value for once.
Finally going in the right direction, huh?
So I'm gonna try to get this one out quick for the people. I'll try to get a little snig it out of a little clip out. And hopefully you guys can get in on the 4.5. But yeah, I see 2 books move to 5 and 5.5, and it looks like it's juiced to the 4.5. So, yeah, it looks like that line's going to be moving. So it seems short. People are also all over this over.
Yep. And what also impressed me too about Kansas last week, I had another one of the bad beats was Daniel Highshaw, was a 3-touchdown lay. Only guy that didn't hit, and he had 2 carries for 9 yards the first 2 plays of the game. Didn't play again. All the rumors on Twitter was that he's sleeping with the coach's daughter.
Oh,
so if that's true, I'd like to see if someone can verify that. But their best running back by far, and they didn't play. I mean, they just obliterated West Virginia Mountaineers, and I like this Kansas Jayhawks team. I really do.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, a couple weeks ago they looked good towards good versus Mizzou. I mean, they put up
they were winning that
31
ball game.
or something. They were winning the first quarter, up 14 or something. So
and then Mizzou, I think that Mizzou run game just kind of leaned on them, and that was all she wrote.
Yep. All right. So best 3. You want to recap them?
Yep. Let's go in order here.
Yeah. Kansas
with
first.
The times. No, I think Florida State -7 at Virginia is an 11:00 game. Kansas plays at home at 11 as well. You're against Cincinnati, so we're going to take the Kansas Jayhawks -4.5, and then get your popcorn ready, ladies and gentlemen, to Athens, Georgia, and take Alabama, Georgia over 52.5. Fireworks in Athens. Roll Tide.
Oh yeah, everyone loves a good primetime over.
We will have lots of parlays this weekend.
Yeah, hopefully the props are better this week.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have any heartbreakers like we did last week. That was ugly.
All right, take us home.
That's it. So good luck. Don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. Bring home a winner. Alabama's going to be unranked or top 6 after this weekend. So,
and the Vols play absolutely nobody. So
let's hope for the best, baby.
All right.
Good luck out there.
Week 5 college football. Thanks for watching, guys.
Peace.